this is going to be a tough one for them. I know there's a lot of head-to-heads, and I know there's history between the two teams over the last 6 months or so, Jay, but an elimination game and an online tournament, a lot of people will be surprised to see both of these teams here.
Well, Falcons will look to hold the defensive line of their pistols initially. Dupree is going to get forced back for the initial goosh down from one player of the VP side. Damage returning in minimal amounts towards Fame and Flit. Eventually, Dupree is going to get pushed out of position as Fame looks to engage against Martin. Simple has dived in to try and engage at Sandwich. Snappy's going to get a trade back to a 3v3, but that advantage is quickly regained by the Virtus.pro side. Snappy, well known about as well, making tons of noise with that drop down. Good shot on Jane. Not a great adjustment towards Flit, and Norbert's there to adjust on towards Magic's all the same. So, pistol win for Virtus.pro. We're facing VP to dish out some damage into round 3. Fame on half. Magic is going to try and put the 5-7 at the edge of the smoke, catch Fame off guard. No, Fame's Mac 10 is going to see him first and get the opening advantage, attempting to be some sort of threat for Falcons, but it is a standard 3-0. At least it should be here for VP. Again, these upgrades that were held in from the previous round shouldn't be doing much in terms of forcing out the round itself. They will get the one Mac 10 to full, but should be no more than that.
Hey, you've got a couple of lurkers in from mid, but that bomb's diving out of the apartments now. Snappy needs help on rotations. Dupree is here, but the problem is he's low HP on that MP9. At least Snappy gets one on the bomb site, and it's actually forcing Electronic to maybe back off.
Khalil in Snappy's hands, he doesn't do much more with it. Jame regains the even stance, 3-on-3. Electronics on site. Jame taking a scout shot from Simple spot. The only player on 100 HP for the CT side, and the awkward sprays of Electronic only coming up good against Madden. Dupree very fast on the turnaround. Simple now on site, gets that shot on Flip. Jame is extremely low. Simple could very easily hit this shot, but he just waits and baits for Dupree to take the peak, and the Falcons to steal their first round. Just seeing what he's like in general. Ring rust is a key thing. He's been off for a fair while, so I expect great performances immediately. Maybe he might be able to build into it as the tournament rolls on. No kills found early. Second shot getting so close to Norbert, but without landing that secondary kill, Norbert can take Dupree. Eventually find Simple and triple up on Martin. Swing for the Contra. Not quite see where Snappy is. He's bought enough breathing room for the bomb plant to go down and for really no more threats to come through from the Falcons side. They've already got a player saving. Snappy will look around for the exits. VP have responded.
Electronic versus Simple? Why have we not talked about this?
It's a key rivalry, actually. Like, you are correct. Is that VP may now have to put that emphasis on the B site.
Got a lot of Falcons players to A at the moment. One in con, they had a bit of an info search towards A main. Very defensive, Snappy out on B with a rotator to come through from Simple. Now, they don't have a huge amount of util between them. The best that they can hope for, if it is App's contact, is to drop that incendiary.
Puts it there at the 30-second marker, so that stalls things out for VP. They can still go for the execution, but the very last second one, they dive out the window. Norbert's going to get picked up. Snappy cannot hold on forever. Fame and Flit have traded back, but Simple still in the back of the site. As Fame gets picked up, it's down to a 3 versus 2 for Falcons, and 2 more CTs are also on the way. They've got to get up this bomb and get it down very soon. Simple challenging, Vin's a fight onto Flit as a double for the man, and James Orp is also overwhelmed by the rifle there. So, Falcon do get their second. Madden here with Jame and Fame. Flit as well for that matter. They try and engage from beyond the smoke. Madden's good for one. Only the one kill though. Orb shot missing from Simple. Refaces to get Norbert in the end. And double up on Electronic. That's more like it, sir. Flit now left on 35 HP in mid. Caught out away from the bomb without any chance to win the round. Falcons are going to even the board.
Alrighty. Well, it actually looked as if he was going to get capitalized upon again. Missed shot out there from Triple. The spam came up and probably a couple more bullets away through that triple box from falling.
Leaving VP up for elimination here against the Falcons. And maybe it could have been a case that Falcons are a little bit miffed about that one. Hold on a thought for a second, because Flit's actually inserted against Dupree. He's not ready for him to have aggressed through the murder hole, so this could end up being a flank on the B bomb site that works well, but he's going to opt to cut rotations of the pistol players. Will work down Snappy. M4 spray does absolutely nothing to them. Finally lines up a couple, but takes a ton of damage. Bomb's been dropped. USP is pulled out. Flit's there against Madden, and James going to overwhelm Snappy. 3-on-2 now for Virtus.pro, and Flit's having a round. A triple found. Simple's up now. Needs a simple round. And focused in by all sides there from Market, challenging the pistol of Electronic, who will force him to retreat back towards spawn. Flit comes up and pops back through that hole, gets the kill that he requires, and Falcons are returned to once again. Flit caught a little bit of that himself. Electronic eventually will get up on that boost, ready for the looking towards the ladder room window. Magic's going to swing from window itself, and Fame can quickly trade back Flit's casualty, but the HEs continue landing. Fame's been tagged even lower now, and Snappy's going to get electronic. Tried that same flank. It's not going to work twice in a row. Falcons have the man advantage, and now Madden is going to call for support. He can hear footsteps from Connector. He's so wary of that Palace entry from James. Utility pulled out. 5-7 fought upon by Norbert. Is back just sticking outside of the default box. So 3-on-3 ensues. Bombs on site. Norbert is going to get cleaned up for it, though. So man advantage regained by Falcons.
James going to have to win this fight against the CT rotator. Flashback in towards Con, but it's not Fame going aggressive. On low HP, he actually wants to try and back off, and both of them get kills instantly.
Even though James tagged the 2 points of health, I honestly thought I was going to get one out by Simple, but instead, they're pretty on a HP advantage, but down a man in this 1 versus 2. They're both going to form together. Flash is sent in right towards Dupree. He's caught blinded by it. Fame did look up towards the site, but Dupree is going to try and give chase. Seen right there. A flash sent to try and hold them off. Tapping that bomb once. He has not got a kit for this, so eventually he will have to fall away, grab an AK and run for it. Falcons unable to hold their evens. VP extend their lead.
Now, Falcons, unfortunately, just don't have the cash to get Simple on the AWP, and after what we've seen from him on the A defenses, maybe that's something that they're missing out on. Norbert with quite a bit of pace, but electronic to get the opening kill in mids.
Great charge up on Madden. They do run into Dupree with their backs turned. Flit's also going to get caught by that as well. Incendiaries, Molotovs towards Snappy's position, but it lands a bit deep, so it's not going to get spread out to that corner that he holds. They might think their position's completely clear. Simple at the edge of the smoke. Norbert just barely attracting his ire, trying to spray back, trying to get the kill against the man, but no. The GOAT comes up with a returning frag. Fame trying to trade, but it's still down by a player. Now Snappy can reveal his master plan. Master the frag against Fame. It's all on James now. 1 versus 3 with the AWP in his hands. Simple still wearing against him, still looking to push. The backstab of Magis will cut off short as an option, eventually wrap around towards this apartment's backstab. And they've got all the utility they need to keep the AWP suppressed. And Simple would be easy pickings at 15 points of health. Snappy is the concern at jail. Game. Dive right into that individual. Simple's going to get caught. Look back towards short. Doesn't check jail. Snappy holds the round together for Falcons. So, a 4th to their board. 8-4 is now the best case for Virtus.pro.
Yep, very true.
So that opening upset that OG have taken has at least thrown things off to a certain theoretical capacity.
I look at VP as being one of the very best teams in the comp, up there with Heroic and MongolZ.
Certainly true. Try and bring that greatness to effect here with the set-piece execution towards the A bomb site. The CTs are all out back behind the smokes, blind spraying and hoping for damage. They've output someone to Norbert and Jane, but nothing that will deny the bomb plan. It is a 5v5 on the retake.
A difficult one to get in for Falcons if a kill's not presenting quickly. You've got a backstab in from spawn of the T perspective, and out from CT, it's a kill, but not quite a double R. I
think Fame seeing Simple right there, focusing on Norbert. Fame just peeked back to get the trade. KT to 31 points of health, but he's unaffected by it. 3 to his name, and a 3-on-2 for Virtus.pro. The backstab of Dupree, looking for James next up, but doesn't line up the full-blown spray. The AWP connects. Marden's got to back off and save his gun. He will find Flit on the way out of the round. No more time left on this clock. No more chance to go for the defuse. VP will have the half at 7-4.
A good work from Fame. Low HP to refight into CT. Crosshair placement was just immaculate. 4 kills, with one of them just being an exit frag from the last round.
He didn't do all that great in that 3D Max series either. Well, right to be concerned for the opening one of this series. James already been dealt with to start things off, as Madden does actually find a HE kill, so that's a bit of a start, but peeks right into electronic on low HP. Fame's going to follow up on Dupree. Norbert caught a kill on Simple in the meantime, so no issues for the T side. 4-on-2. They've got plenty of time to play against the Falcons.
I'm convinced that any time Falcons have tried to aggressively fight for mid, they've just lost everything, haven't they?
That's rung true. 4 players involved in the kill counts as well, so it's not like they're just running into electronic or someone like that as the forward face when he's mowing through them all. They're all counteracting everything the Falcons are throwing at them.
And it's surprising because you'd think that there'd be an adaptation of maybe retaking mid in a later portion of the round rather than fighting it for it early.
Well, again, just going back in history, the last map of Mirage was a 13-11, so there's theoretically a chance of Falcons, but they have to put the hardwards in right now with a pistol win that may be required. Simple will find Norbert to kick off this round. Flit has got the trade in, but he's also got Madden in the back to support the go. 5-on-3 established. Oh, Kushi's down on all 3 players of Virtus.pro. They now have no choice but to run for it. Save the Kevlar. There's no way you're winning this clutch, and no way you're winning this retake.
The Falcons give themselves a lucky break for now. Get a bit of a positive start here in the second half. Look to prioritize what those gun rounds are going to look like. See if you can be a threat. Opening entries come pretty cleanly against Norbert and Flair.
Now the pistols are just hunting them down. And these should be some pretty easy kills for Magisk. 2 of them to his name. No survival for anyone on Virtus.pro. Falcons will win the second half pistol. And one that can start to bring back this score line to a much more manageable 8-6, 8-7, depending on if VP want to go ahead and force buy in the second round. Find a good fight on Electronic. He doesn't want to overextend, though. And for into the back corners, 2 AKs potentially to move up here. Smoke start coming down, so they're indicating an early execution. The bomb's out there as well. James has been tagged up on the first spray. Electronic holds his nerve on the site. It's simple, is picked up. Advantage for Virtus.pro. There's Falcons cancel. They've already got the pre in the bomb site at the moment down here at the van position. That incendiary is never going to land there towards the back of the bench. Electronic caught off. Dupree turns it into a 4 versus 4, and Snappy takes Jane back through the smoke. Advantage Falcons. Bomb can get planted here, and you can see VP are already saving.
And Magis is in a perfect position to cut rotations. Now, Fame might not quite catch this timing. It works out at the end. They can opt for the 3v3 save.
Only within 1 of VP, and very characteristic that even in the 3-on-3 they go for the save. It was called so early. They don't have kits either for them, so...
One of the weakest map win percentages out of any map in the pool for them.
Straight in for Flit. Snappy has just been mowed right through. 4 points of health for the man, so it's not the most cleanest of fights for VP's early game. Simple now looking his way out towards the A-bomb site from Palace. He engages 1 and 2 players. James just trying to make sure he doesn't really open the bomb site up, but Magic is there with extra support, so VP holding back, protecting the man advantage above all else. Falcons will look to try and commit. They've left that bomb in mid, though.
And someone's going to have to go back for it, but they want to try and capitalize on this space, and they want to put pressure on the jungle.
Electronic fights on Dupree, takes him. HG sent as well. Madden's going to get found by Fame before it even explodes, so now they're down to 2 players on Falcons. Still no trades to gain here. Magic even baited. Simple's known towards Palace. HGs can continue to chip away at their HP bars, but they're being returned so nicely by Falcons, and Electronic's just going to swing in and get the kill. Simple in a 1 versus 5. The bomb's been discovered as well. Norbert will also discover where the last player is, so VP can adjust accordingly.
It didn't help that they lost that mid-fight almost instantly. As soon as Fame tries to peek out from that aggressive con stance, everything falls apart. Simple can look for a couple of exits to make the round expensive, but Virtus.pro are going to be up to 9.
One more fight can get isolated on Jane, who swings into mid, gives Simple a triple. 23 seconds for him, though, to continue to commit. He's going to make his way in towards Connector, making noise as well, so the CTs are aware that he's now close. Looks for the 4th player, sees him, first fire of the shoulder, back now turn towards Electronic. Good bait and switch between him and Fame. Electronic with a triple in the round, and VP get their second half start.
It's just difficult with the players they've got to just keep giving excuses of time.
It is true. Well, for now, Flash missed out for Fame. Peeks in anyway to Madden's part. James can trade it, so keep control for the time being. Have to back off soon enough because he knows there's a major threat there at ramp. Madden with the initial kill. 4v4 for Falcons to slow it down.
VP have actually done well because that could have very much hurt them in missed utility. Now, Simple gets a slight timing on Norbert aggressing out to the apartments, but there's not a huge amount of pressure there. Norbert can back off. He's not being swung upon. He's not asking for too much more resources in terms of rotations. Falcons have got all of this space towards mid and pretty much granted for free. No one in con, no one short, no one window room here.
Grays of Madden going to get Electronic in the end. Flit challenged heavily, still turns back on Snappy. Simple continues to make his way up, looking towards that bomb site where the last player of the defensive holds his nerve. It's more players back behind B. James considering to find rotation positions at the market doorway, but not going to commit fully towards that A bomb site. 35 seconds, and Falcons also have that bomb on short, so they can try and commit here.
Simple's just distracting to A. Just that single flash to force a bit of an over-rotate. Now, James is not really leaving. He's actually just holding the murder hole by the looks of it deep in marker.
I think you might have heard footsteps. They're coming in now. Molotov's flashes sent in. So now 2 players hold the defensive line. Norbert has got to be wary because he's low HP. Does damage onto Madden. And James gets caught looking the wrong way at the wrong time. Simple finds him. And Falcons find 8. Still hungry for its kill, and now here towards the A defensive, it's the right call to make, because that's where all Falcons are leaning towards, yet to commit.
Appy gets that open up. Just a slight timing as he works one of those A kills from Fame. They still don't know exactly where the hero rifle is, though.
I'm not going to give it away just yet either. Flit's hoping to isolate one player in mid. He may well get his wish. And Simple going to peek together. Oh, quick mode down from Flit. Nice and easy. Simple also gets found by Electronic, and now he's got to back away. Can't get to that rifle, though, and the T's know that he's in a corner, basically. All he can do is peek in, hope for another headshot. Snappy doesn't quite give it up to him either. Teammates coming in from the back lines. Jame actually goes undetected until the very last moment. Norbert doing damage as well, but not quite enough. 2 versus 2. Magic and Dupree hold it all together. And Falcons will finally get back within evens of VP. This might get a bit messy.
Now this could be the ticket to what, the at least 12-9 score.
A map point for Virtus.pro maybe calling. Falcons. Okay, I thought Fame hit that shot. It was James instead with the AWP support. Magic's going down and out very early. Madden now moving on towards the window. Pixels only just barely available. The smoke fades. Oh, James unscoped and couldn't get Dupree there. Meanwhile, the CTs have taken the apartments and Falcons will have to adjust against them. Norbert still holds the corner play. Nades up. Flash coming in, Norbert's had away from it. Second one comes out, he evades it, sprays through on 2. Dupree can trade Flit on short as they try and continue with the split play anyway. Simple, however, will drop with the bomb. And Dupree, well known about Electronics, going to adjust, get that quick burst to the headshot. And that is VP with everything that they wanted. The second stage of lost bonus for Falcons. No money left in the tank, so that point is certainly calling for the favourites.
And if anyone would ask me, Jay, how important is repositioning and movement in CS, I'd say watch this round and find out. That is a great turn from Norbert, but then to just strafe out to the right-hand side.
And still not the best buys in the world for them. Snappy down to a Galil to support the utility, which is still in limited supply. James up towards mid, Incendiary to Flit support as well, peeking forward, spotting Dupree. It's Flit able to connect the kill with the AWP, but didn't. Flashbangs are still taken directly to the face, but he hides inside that smoke. James there with his kill on Martin. Simple being heard. Flit wrapping in against the player. Is he going to find him? Not quite, but James still fragging. Finally, Flit gets his chance to strike, and Falcons have been mowed down by Virtus.pro. A confident round to close out the map up and start things off in the best of 3 with a win on Mirage. 13-9. Good stuff for the map pick.
And it's exactly what they needed. Now, there's no denying, Jay, that there were moments that we thought maybe there could have been a map victory for Falcons, but look at the way they closed. Those were some strong rounds in the end from VP.
Let's jump straight into our second map of the series. VP lead against the Falcons sideball. They collapse on Anubis like they did earlier on. Simple's going to collapse Electronic first up here towards mid. The pistol's gone off to a very quick start as VP's T side tries to take initial control. It's a 4 versus 4 established weg. He's focused on that B bomb site instead. Madden and Dupree ready to receive them. USPs cross-firing. Madden's going to get picked up first. Dupree seeing heads, but only taking tags, only taking quick body shots. JM takes a headshot back on Snappy to respond up soon. 4 versus 2. VP are the ones in full control. Magis can't do anything, and neither can Dupree.
Actually felt as if the B players were kind of caught sleeping. You have a crossfire being set outside of main and towards Electric, and Snappy had cleared up all of back mid, so the only place they really could be was CT or Temple, and instead both of the B players just get annihilated on first contact. Falcons evade that HE in from the mid door. Snappy wants to still get aggressive behind the smoke though.
Temple's Deagle instead that fights first. Flit or off towards Canals. Fame is not going to be too willing to keep too far forward towards it. Instead they do fight on Snappy, and Snappy only doing damage towards Electronic. Simple will try answer back, but very little will be seen by the man. They will take their mid presence, and Madden can't do much to receive against it other than put utility down and hope for the best.
Very similar to the pistol, just exploiting mid-space with plenty of options. Now, with that re-smoke down, it will stall for time, but they want to try and get set to go through camera.
Magic's flash blinded, good counter flash there against the CT side, and Magic gets the kill on towards Norbert, so advantage for the time being. Madden's going to follow up with his Deagle out. Electronic forced to get 2 kills back. Sights open. Simple still lurking close, though, and both individuals are tagged here for VP. This Deagle does not need the headshots, but it does need to connect a shot, which James cuts out before he gets a chance to do so. Dupree coming in with the SMG, and they quickly recognize the best bet is to go back for the counter rotation. Dupree will try and give chase, though. They gave the information up, so he'll be there on the B site to hold them off.
It might be able to deny Electronic as soon as he gets site access.
15 seconds as well. That would force James in a very awkward position. Dupree being checked. The riflers, I think, have spotted. No, they haven't. He doesn't get the kill against James with the cross. And James allowed to reface for the quick returning frag. 5 points of health of difference in that round, but it's a round that goes the way of VP again.
But if it is a good start for them on T side, there's going to be leverage on map number 2.
I think we've discussed how T side of this map is, and if it's weakened for you, if it's not a map you win all that often, then you are looking towards this first half as being the main basis for any level of success. Falcons find no success in the pistol basis. They're doing some damage towards Flit and Fame, so maybe some trades could come out, maybe some damage could be done. Dupree can't hit the kill shots on Flit. Magic can take Electronic down with 1 good headshot and tag up James, eventually take that kill against him. So again, they are working down VP as much as possible, but they don't hit more killing blows. 1v3 for Simple now. Adjustments towards Norbert. Focus sent back towards Camera as they try and just focus him down. Eventually he connects 1 decent shot on Fame, so it will be 3 more casualties to add to the expense and bomb drop for the time being, but Norbert is still going to lock in the round. Into Electric, they look to start peeking in. James going to still hold that mid presence. Sure that there is no pushes or backstabbers for the Falcons side. Instead, it's down to the mid defenders where Madden is good to open up the round. Low HP, however. Utility sent in towards Cliff. He's able to line up a second kill alongside the free support. James will find Magic in the meantime, but it's a 4 versus 2 still that favors the favors the Falcons side, I should say. Rotation still going to come through from the AWP to support Flit on a split back in towards the bomb site. Seeing nothing as of right now. Falcons having to play hidden because they got time with them on their side. Flit moves up finally, isolates Dupree, sees that AWP, can't quite take him, has to prioritize that bomb plant, and Madden in a panic runs right into James. They sprung the trap, 2 versus 2, and James backs away for the post plant.
Yeah, Flint's even got a flash for the late round. This is so workable in the 2v2. Simple's going to be wary about coming out of CT on that engage against the AWP in B main.
The one worry for James is that he wonders if there's a backstab coming, and they're moving onto the bomb site now. Flit not finding Snappy. The AWP is Simple moving up to watch off for Flit's position. Knows that he must be Electric, starts moving in for an AWP v AWP battle, and lands it with an O-scope. Flit now to peek up towards the defuse being held by Snappy. Simple's got the angle on mark, and holds his double kill for Falcons' first round. Damaged up by the incendiary, of course, using that smoke, giving up his position. Madden now starts to press towards the man as well. A Tech 9 in his hands. They better be watching this angle. He's sat in this corner as well. VP have absolutely no idea. Flit, not an inkling. Eventually will get seen, but Madden's done so much there with the kill and nearly a second on Fame. 28 points of health for the 4 versus 4. Flashed in against Dupree. Dupree just dives right out of there, and Fame still swings for the secondary pick. Norbert goes down instead towards Simple. Reface Flick doesn't quite land. Electronics closing in from main, so actually VP have forced them out here. They need to prioritize that plant.
Now, Snappy's hoping for a fight, but at the moment, none of the T-side are overpeaking.
No utility available for Falcons. Jay missing a flick, and now it's on Fame and Electronic. Fame is low, barely seen by Snappy. They get his kill now. It's all on Electronic to clutch this. He holds on to 1 pick. Needs Magics to fall, but no. The AK goes 1 better than the Galil, and Falcons are all squared up. Every round that Falcons take away is going to be 1 less on the favoured half. They're going in for the B execution pretty quickly with utility set as well.
Now, Snappy with a flash plate. They've got 3 on B, so it's a good setup from Falcons.
Flash is over. Madden trying to suppress 2 players out in the open. Forced on by Snappy. A kill gets found. Dupree starts making his way in from Electric and lock on to 2 players. Triple also held in. Bomb dropped. No chance for Virtus.pro here. Falcons will take the lead. And James, he needs to go down for the money bonus because the Eagle's going to be useless to him.
But knowing that VP struggle on this map, and after the result they had against OG, there is no surprise that Anubis got picked in the veto.
Trying to punish that Virtus.pro collapse.
And we've seen the AWP from Simple not quite get many contacts in these last couple of rounds. Snappy spammed up in mid, down to half HP before he can even really give himself a clean fight. Oh, and there it is. Straight spam.
Even thinking about pushing this smoke into Temple, perhaps. VPs are so aggressive towards these main entries, and with Flit and Norbert finding Madden and dupreeh overextending, those 2 kills will open up the B bomb site. There is nothing left for Falcons in this round. It's a loss.
Problem is, I'd normally say you should go hunting, try and drop the CT players. There isn't a huge amount of cash in the reserve. You do have Electronic in a strong position, same for Fame. It's just how much guts they actually want to put towards it. Now that Magus has dropped, they'll know that the AWP is the last one left.
Simple 1 versus 5. Players coming in towards him, Fit to swing, catch him as his head's turned away for just a moment. Almost timed it well, but didn't quite get it. Pixels away from being damaged. dupreeh's HE is going to come through against him. It doesn't quite get all the damage there. Not the best of angles, as they do consider prods from Norbert as well.
All of this distraction, though, I will say, Jay, towards B. Look at what they're doing on A and mid. They're being active because of it.
Well, Fame finding the kill on Snappy is going to get the man advantage. Flash turned away from as the SMG start facing, but still able to deal with dupreeh. Norbert struggles to get the close range man. Simple can support from that backline, eventually turn it into a single man advantage for Virtus.pro, and they are tagged up heavy on Flit and Fame, so that could be some options available for trades, and indeed, Magic's are going to take one of them.
Now, that's unfortunate because Fame is already on fairly low HP trying to go in for that fight. Seems as if VP wanted to backtrack into mid, maybe A split. They're now going to double pump, and what they'll realize in this exec is that there's actually no one really on B to defend. Simple is on the backside. They're lucky that there's no Molly on the T side.
A flash and a HE is all they have available for Flit here. They walking their way up. Electronic scene, Simple, good shot. Second player still to face here. Flit's going to hold his nerve. Player close to Jay, making a ton of noise. No scope doesn't connect, and the AK will turn back. Madden's SMG still has Flit low HP. Running in against the bomb planter, though. He's defenseless, and that's enough there with no time left on the clock. Falcons let it run all the way. Too slow for Virtus.pro.
They're still going to lurk outside B, so they don't have to commit A at all.
Smokes against Electronic, though, will make sure he can't see anything inside of the bomb site itself. He'll just have to make noise. One player to defend the A site. Electronics walk right with the smoke! Oh, the 2 kills coming for him as well! That baits the 3rd player in this 3 versus 4. Snappy now towards the B site. Madden's got to do this all his lonesome. The rotations will be so slow from the CT forces, and Fame's going to pick him up. Oh, Electronic. Play of the round. Play of the map.
I wonder if it was a scope maybe from Simple sort of re-scoping in on the double to look into dark, and that's what gave the sound cue for Electronic to say, okay, the AWP's posted there, that's where I can walk.
Holding Electric initially, James AWP scoping through, hoping that he's on an aggressive angle. He passes towards the right-hand side. Still, James hits the shot.
Well done. And now VP can just stall. They can slow the round down. They can maybe try and bait in some over-aggression. You've got a couple of individuals that can work mid. You've got Fame outside of A. So a lot of space is generated from VP.
Swing in for Madden, completely dry. Flip's going to get that kill easy. Snappy will try trade back and holds on to 2 returns. He's low HP and giving Electronic a kill back towards mid. Meanwhile, isolates the A-bomb site defender of Simple, the AWP. Out to solo hold himself this time, but not receiving any more VP presence. They are spread out, need to regroup and reconsider how they're going to hit.
It's a very weird contact into Electric. First off, they've got a flash and they don't use it. And then secondly, there's just separation between Snappy and Madden. They don't peek as 2 to retake the space.
Simple starts peeking in from main. Fame, the first man forward. Norbert without the flash support. He had it on his pouch, but opted to let Fame just peek in. Bomb dropped for a moment. Simple knows it got recovered. Norbert on the corner. Oh, what a quick shot from the man. 2 kills for the GOAT. And 25 seconds left for Virtus.pro. Electronic specifically to recover a kill in from mid, but now 2 kills to final the turn. He will get Simple, and know that Snappy was back towards that B bomb site. 1 versus 1. Rotations haven't been found yet, but Electronic is wary. The plant is down to the back sites.
And this is now mind games on where each other are going to reposition to.
No noise given up by Snappy. Electronic, back turn, and Snappy's going to get him real easy, real quick. Falcons will get to minimum 6. 2 defenders on the site, including the man himself, Snappy. Utility hold out. The HE will land towards Electronic, reveal him. Not all the way for Simple, though. Electronic hugs the right-hand wall, so harder cover, protected for the time being, forcing the fight on Simple. Just back doors, the damage done towards Snappy. Fame has got to get that returning kill. A 4 versus 4. And Simple on half HP has got to back up and wait for backup to arrive.
It's just nothing to work with on the retake at all. At least Simple's got a kill.
Flit found Norbert. AK on the stairs, hearing Madden rotating to position. 3 players total up in the heaven stances, and Dupree coming in from mid. Norbert trying to engage close range, seeing that gun barrel, but it's close enough to Simple to no scope his way to the win. Magic's going to follow up onto Fame, and James is found in the AWP v AWP fight, and Falcons have the half at 7-5. Electric is the position now just being covered by Fame. It was undefended for a moment there. Magis is going to start to contact and look in against them. Look at Flit's position inside of the smokes. Not required though. Jame and Fame come up with those picks. Magis with one decent trade back at Electric's position. The C's continue to face in from main, trying to get through that smoke, but Flit continues to frag. Jame holds the back lines, and Virtus.pro come out with a fairly confident pistol.
But is it not also just a team game where it doesn't even matter if there's a new player? This is still a Falcons tier 1 team?
Yeah, it's a very tough one to answer, honestly, from my perspective at least.
That's not for me. I think it's completely unacceptable if they don't win a single map today.
Falcons forming up for the A split. Fame's going to be left all alone here, and needing James to support the mid defense, because that's where the key threats are. If he can get this bomb to drop, it might just be enough. Footsteps are heard, and Famas and SMG combo indeed goes through them all. Bomb lost to Falcons. They will get trading back, but they have lost one more. Fame did get snappy on the way out of the round, and Magisk seen by James next up. The SMG burst fire will remove him from play. VP dealing with those threats well once again, now have control of the matchup. Try and stay away on the T side of Anubis. Virtus.pro, of course, leading on the map and leading on the series. Fame wants to lead the charge for the CT aggression. It's going to cost him. Snappy takes the opening.
A good opener. Wasn't pre-aiming out towards that right-hand side and gets punished for it. 2 mid players here from the CT side, and might need to find a response onto Madden.
Fame fragged out first. Nothing more seen by them. They flashed their way forward towards mid, look for a fight there from Electronic, and indeed, Madden's going to drop for that 1 kill, so the 4v4 is able to ensue. The T side now focusing on the A-bomb site. James is there to receive first shots on Snap. We got Electronic rotating in position as well. We're running out of ammo as James gets picked up. Electronic is lucky to be alive right now, and Flit comes in with bonus support to ensure that his main man is kept together. Simple low, Dupree being heard in mid, and Flit lands that kill, making it 17 kills on his board, and VP should lock in the round with this. But it's the retaking CTs that should overwhelm him very quickly here. Electronic peeks him, just not seen there. Footsteps heard, so they will be able to deny the bomb plant. Can they get the kill after time? It's possible for Nor, but doesn't quite like the spray. Head's just about given up by Simple, and he does drop after time. For Virtus.pro, that is even more bonus.
Well, I want to see Falcons just with a change of pace in a gun round. It's been so slow on this T side, and they're not reaping any rewards at all.
Waiting forward for Flit, there's a bit more pace for the CT. Forces and a burst through to Dupree's double head roll against the main position. 5 on 3. Fame in support of Electronic, hearing footsteps coming, they're going to let them cross out towards Electric. Isolate the bomb carrier, drop him. Simple forced to fight alone, and TTs are backing up Electronic as well. B site positions, they hold their contact. Crossfires up on top of the higher ground. Electronic can peek in, will get traded back by Simple, who makes it a double. Now needs the ace to clutch this round, and Flit is closing in on him. Swing up towards the back site, a fight to a third pick. These 1v1s are starting to go Simple's way. 45 HP to get 2 more heads.
And James watching out for Electric, and Simple wants to fight him.
Shoulder not given enough for the AK. The AWP lands its kill, and Simple will not escape with a clutch. Frustration for him and frustration for Falcons.
The VP could very much well close out this last map of the second of what, a 13-7, go completely undefeated?
The Falcons would go completely defeated. Not a single map to be won if that happens for Virtus.pro. Good shot from Jay. Madden down out towards mid. Fame to smoke off the initial incendiary, cancelling Simple's attempted peek in from main. A site well defended. Flit's hoping for something more here at Electric. Not going to get given anything early. Players are firing back through these smokes. Electronics expecting someone to peek out the edge of the smoke, but no such aggression here from Falcons.
And you do wonder what has caused Madden to drop off, because not just in this best of 3, but in general, the change has been just magic. Anyway, I'll get back to that in a sec. Simple is getting an opening kill out to Electric, but the rotates are pretty quickly. You've got one from Spawn and another one from Temple.
Incendiary's blocking. He's on 43 HP. He can't afford the walk. The smoke starts coming out towards James' position. He's going to have to use a HE to open up the angles. Two of them, in fact, for the CT side. As James lands a shot on the free. Magisk has caught Electronic in the interim. It's still 3 versus 3. Norbert seen one beyond that smoke. Hard that bomb getting tapped, and we'll know that Snappy has got to unstick it in order to try and fight against the man. Eventually, will plant the bomb. The 3v2, but VP, they're going in real quick here. Norbert maybe a little bit too reckless. The flashbang through the smoke. Snappy's going to get credited with a kill. A follow-up not quite secured. Fame returns. It's Magisk alone. 1v2. One player 4 on. Both tagged, but Fame's got a lot more HP over the Dane. Tapping that bomb once, a kit for him. Magisk to peek forward. The AK at the CT side to win the fight and bring home map and match point for Virtus.pro. Elimination point for the Falcons. Need some heroic rounds. James, Orp set in towards mid already. Bomb carrier off to the right-hand side. Simple attempted to get boosted, but Dupree gives him just a little bit of vision. A shot to land. A man advantage taken for Virtus.pro already.
It's just simple mistakes costing them, isn't it, Jay? I mean, that one right there is just a boost. It's not even a contact. Opening kill for VP, and Falcons have been giving, especially in the last few gun rounds, so many opening fights. Finally, there's a spam back in mid, so Simple can get a player towards House of Electronic.
4-on-4 established. Falcons try flash their way in towards main. Simple providing extra support for his teammates. You've still got Fame on the bomb site here, and he's got 2 players in mid to add support. Molotov's out from the T side will indicate that they have a lot of presence out here. Fame is holding for that corner wrap, waiting for Magisk and Madden to make their way in. Flashes will keep him blinded. Counter utility is there for the CT side, but there's more flashes involved here for the Falcons. Fame inside of that smoke, undetected, but eventually is found from beyond it. Magisk with a man advantage for his team. A 4-on-3 for the Falcons side. Bomb site taken, plant secured. VP questioning going in for this retake here. I mean, they've got cash available, so I want to see them do it, but now with Flip falling, it might be smart to hold on to the AWP here. Shot missed from James. Norbert does capture Simple, aggressing straight in towards mid. It's still up by a player for Falcons. Norbert will grab the AK and save. The 3 players on this B side defensive. They are so ready for Snappy as well.
All about this first contact of an opening kill. Simple trying to transition into searching for that start. Norbert's going to get a resmoke, but has to focus about Electric.
Kill against the pre, double up is wonderful. Snappy's down as well. Bomb dropped and everything. And Lurker all the way on the other side of the map for Magisk needs to come up and support Madden and Simple. It's a 5 versus 3 for VP, and Falcons with no breathing room at all.
Great sequence from Norbert. Not easy to transition close behind the smoke and then out to Electric. Flint's even getting a boost up on the backside of Glyph. He's waiting to see when the T's are going to scale into jail.
The big old backstab of Magisk may have to be the hero-like play, although being watched by James AWP in from Temple, about to take contact to him. Dimple on the boost, didn't see anything. Magisk does get caught, now down to the main presence. Firing back, blind fire of James, not connecting, but we'll start to see presence. Madden's going to get caught by the AWP. 2 kills to Norbert, making it a triple on his contact kill. And there is it. Virtus.pro take their series, stay alive here in Group A. The Falcons eliminated in dead last of the Thunderpick World Championship.